SportsBit is powered by BetOnline, driving the opening odds market since 2001. Visit sportsbookreview.com to learn more about BetOnline and its A+ rated platform in the link below.
Big game breakdown continues here on SportsBit. One more to talk about: Steelers and the Ravens Sunday Night Football from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Steelers minus 4.5, 44. We're starting to see some minus fours pop up for Pittsburgh. All the early money has come towards Baltimore. And some of it has to do with the physicality of what we saw last week. That was a physical game for Pittsburgh against Cincinnati on Monday night. Now it's a short week, and they're playing another opponent that tends to be very physical. These Ravens-Steeler games, every bit as much of a war as the Ravens-Bengal games have been. First meeting between these two teams, Steelers minus 3.5 on the road at Baltimore. Back in week 4, they were +2 in turnovers in that ball game. They outgained them by a full yard per play, 5.2 to 4.2, and Le'Veon Bell was a workhorse in that contest. 35 carries, a $144 on the ground, and a pair of touchdowns. So a pretty one-sided affair in that first meeting. Now, a lot of talk about Ryan Shazier, a guy who is beloved in the NFL, beloved in the Steelers locker room. He's not just a guy who is on the football field. He's someone who the team views as a leader. He's a community guy. The Ravens are talking about it. Here's the tweet from Baltimore. Coach Harbaugh said the team opened their meeting today with a group prayer for Steelers linebacker Ryan Shazier and his health. Of course, with a spine injury, you're always worried. So Pittsburgh's not just dealing with the loss of Shazier, and emotionally, this is their locker room leader. Make no mistake about it. He's their guy in that regard, along with James Harrison on the defense side of the football. It's a football loss as well as the emotional loss. Not just Shazier at linebacker. His backup, Tyler Matakevich, he hasn't practiced. He's wearing a shoulder harness. And, the quotes, look at the tweet. The quote from defense coordinator Keith Butler. I'm not worried about his football career. I'm worried about him. They're worried about him being able to walk again and his life moving forward. Now, the Steelers have signed Sean Spence to fill in. Sean Spence was released by the Colts back on October 3rd. You're getting Colts, guys that couldn't make it, washed out in Indy, and now he's practicing with the first unit. That's dicey. They may activate James Harrison here. He hasn't played since October 22nd, only 29 snaps all season. Maybe this is the James Harrison ball game. And, of course, Pittsburgh's going to be without Joe Hayden again. That's a big deal. Safety Mike Mitchell. He's missed 2 of the last 3 games. He's questionable. Since Hayden was injured, Pittsburgh has allowed more pass plays of 30-plus yards than any team in the NFL. This elite defense doesn't look all that elite right now, but can Baltimore take advantage? Look, Joe Flacco, he's dead last in the NFL in net yards per pass attempt. That includes sacks. In the first meeting, only 177 yards on 53 dropbacks. Took 4 sacks in that ball game. Now, Flacco might have had his best game of the season. Certainly his best game since week 5 at Oakland last week. He found Jeremy Maclin. He found Mike Wallace. He found Ben Watson, Danny Woodhead. 10 different Ravens caught a pass in that ball game. So when he wasn't under pressure, he was able to move the football very well. They can't run the football, take pressure off of Joe Flacco. They really can't. Alex Collins, the last 3 road games, 43 carries for 122 yards. That's just 2.8 per attempt. And Pittsburgh, number 2 in sack percentage in the NFL. They would lead the league most seasons, except for the Jags numbers are off the charts. But the fact that Pittsburgh brings a pass rush, certainly a concern for Joe Flacco and company. Of course, the Ravens are going to be without Jimmy Smith at cornerback. That's a major issue going up against Antonio Brown. They do have Marlon Humphrey to step in. He's a former first-rounder from Alabama. Don't know if he's ready yet to take on the most dangerous receiver in the NFL. But at least from the Baltimore secondary standpoint, the task will be made easier. They're not going to have to face Juju Smith-Schuster, who has 37 receptions, 585 yards, and 5 touchdowns for the Steelers. So Pittsburgh's win in week 4 was the first time since 2007 that a favorite in this series covered -3 or higher in the regular season. Pittsburgh covered as chalk a couple times in the playoffs. But the last time that happened, again, 2007, Brian Billick was the Ravens head coach at the time. Steelers in this price range, in this series, not a bet that I'm looking to make. Make sure you check back on Monday. You know what the Monday show is loaded. Bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books. Sunday NFL recap. Monday Night Football look ahead. Enjoy your weekend. Best of luck. Tell your friends. Retweet, like, you know what to do. Be sure to stop in next week. Check out all the episodes every weekday of SportsBit. Betting Insight Today from SBRpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.